My name is Brian Goldman. I'm from Queens, New York, and I went to high school in the Bronx High School of Science. I currently attend the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, and I'm majoring in political science with a concentration in American politics with minors in creative writing and English. One of the major observations I've had, and this is something supported by the findings of the survey, is that the generation, for different reasons, has a more negative outlook on ourselves, and I think on society than in generations past. And I think this is for a few reasons. I think we've been disengaged with politics. We've been frustrated with politicians in DC, with gridlock, and we've seen this throughout almost our entire adult lives. Secondly, the destruction of the financial system in 2008, which again hit us economically, altered our worldview on how we view the globalized economy, how we can create a better relationship between the private sector and the government, and we saw how it affected everybody around us. We saw how it affected our college loans and how it affected our roommates and whatnot. And secondly, I think you can't ignore 9/11. I think 9/11, as I've observed, I grew up in Queens, New York. 9/11 was a monumentally tragic moment in our growing up and in shaping our worldview. So my observations are that I think we're negative for a mixture of those three events. But I don't think that necessarily has to be the case. I think advice for myself and our generation at large would be to have a can-do attitude, because I think we can make lasting and impactful change. One of the things that always sticks out to me is the line, "The baby boomers believed they could change the world, and our generation actually will." And I think that positive sentiment is really the one that should motor us going forward. So if we want to really attack these big issues and mold the society to the way that the millennials believe it should be, which is not too different from, I think, the America we have today, then we need to have a can-do attitude, and we need to have a positive view of ourselves individually, as a group, and of our nation as a whole.